He talks to a puppet.
How are you, sir?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing good. You're looking beautiful. Wonderful shirt.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing my Taco Talk shirt.
Is he a puppet philiac? That's philiac, right? And doesn't that mean that you want to have sex with whatever the prefix is? Philiac, you know what I mean?
With my taco shirt, talking to Taco Talks.
It's perfect. It is wonderful. All right, so
two of the most annoying apologists on the same screen. Holy crap! And one of them is a puppet.
To start this off, I have a speed round of questions for you. I want you to try to answer these as fast as physically possible without thinking.
We call speed rounds 8 balls around here. That's what I call them anyway.
Okay.
You ready?
Go.
Okay.
Yep.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Cake or ice cream?
Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. You got to choose between ketchup or mustard. That's not how that goes. Right? It's always both, right? Anyway, what's up, everybody? How we doing? I'm Brantley. This is Apostate, and today we're going to try something a little different. I took the liberty to create a Fundie Tube bingo card. It is on the Discord, which you can get to by the corner. I can't point to it. It's not possible. The corner, the box thing that you scan, the scanner box. You know what I mean? A scanner boxly up there, whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, and we're gonna watch Taco Talks. Tacos talk with a puppet. And what? You went to high school with them? No, he was a nerd, wasn't he? I knew it. You say he was the Good News Club too? He did the good. Of course he did. Dinks. Kevin went to high school with Dinks. Of course he did. Anyway, all right, we're gonna check it out. Let's go. Hey, I'm Brantley, and this is the Bunk Apostate. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see what these geniuses got to talk about.
Ice cream.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Oh,
Favorite-
God, what a cat person. It's, again, always dogs, you know? It's just that's just, oh, I lost all the viewers with that one. That was just like, what? Cats are way better.
Bible story.
Esther.
Favorite
What?
handgun?
Wait, first of all, can his little puppet hand even hold a gun? It's that, and it was favorite handgun, not just, is that what it was? Favorite handgun or favorite gun?
Ice cream.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Favorite Bible story?
Esther.
Favorite handgun?
It is just handgun. What the? Hold on, I gotta hear that. I wonder if it's going to be like some huge name that's like the 20-06 40 cal. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, they just list off everything like it's a car in Fast and Furious or something.
Say Springfield 911.
Okay, nice.
There's a gun called a 911. Okay, that feels weird, but sure.
Which is less biblical, praying to the dead or praying to angels?
Less.
Ooh, ouch.
Less. Wait, less biblical? Like what? Is that how that works?
I'll say praying to the dead because there were people who prayed to angels, but they were wrong.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
What? Okay. The whole premise of that entire question is just really weird. Less biblical is a strange format to begin with, and then saying that it was that praying to the dead is less biblical because people did pray to angels, but they would have been wrong. But don't people pray to dead people and are wrong too? Anyway, I don't know what the hell I was talking about.
And that was it on the little questions. But yeah, I wanted to kind of go over stuff.
All too bad. I kind of was hoping for just a whole show of that. That would have been kind of fun
With you, because I've been friends with you. I've been following you for a long time. We haven't actually gotten to sit down and talk like this, so it makes this fun. But I wanted to go over stuff that a lot of people don't know about you, kind of like how you got started with everything. So I wanted to.
God, he like dresses like a youth pastor too. That is just so funny. He's got like the little collared shirt like over his black t-shirt that's got the cross on it with a bunch of like a cross made out of a bunch of Bible verses. It's like, oh my God.
To start off at the beginning of how did God save you?
Oh, okay. So,
Well, I didn't want to go to puppet hell, so I decided that I needed to ask Jesus into my little felt heart.
as far as my traveling companion, that's
Yes.
the person you don't see. So, he was raised in the church, and
Wait, what about you, man? I want to know about the puppet dimension, dude. I want to know how religion works in the Toon Land for puppets,
he spent his whole life, going to church. That's just what you did. They were a church family, but not necessarily a saved family. And, you just look at them, you would have said, oh, yeah, they're good people type of thing. But, there was a point where he just felt like he already knew everything he needed to know because he didn't know what he didn't know. But when he became an adult and...
Hold on, what? He learned new things because he didn't know what he didn't know, but he thought he knew all that there was to know because he didn't know what he didn't know. Fascinating. Jesus Christ.
Loosely speaking, he got a job working third shift in the dairy section at Walmart. And anybody who works the dairy section in Walmart knows you're going to be doing one thing all day long, and that is stocking yogurt. No kidding. This was before.
Why is it just yogurt? Did people buy that? Do people buy that much yogurt? That's just like 2 seconds. Like you just go and stock it, and then you walk away, and 2 seconds later you come back like, how did they get it that fast? It's all gone. It's like a hurricane is coming or something, and people need yogurt for hurricanes or something. I don't know.
Where they had those spring-loaded contraptions that pushed all the little cups forward, you literally would have to pull all the yogurt off the shelf, stack all the stuff in the back, and then stock the old stuff in front of it.
Holy shit! How is this relevant to? So this is going to play a role in his in his conversion somehow. How is this part of it? First, let me tell you about yogurt. Okay. Oh man, I worked at a grocery store and did the yogurt, man. No, this is important stuff for Jesus saving me, because it's a whole yogurt themed coming to Jesus literal coming to Jesus moment.
You were literally restocking the entire shelf every single night. Well, so he when he went for his first night working back there.
Why can't he just say that he did this? Why can't it just be that the puppet did it? Like, he's so not creative. Like, he's so uncreative. He can't even just own the puppet thing and make it a whole thing, like would be fun for like a YouTube channel to like play around like Guar or something. Or, it's just like, what, like, lean into it, man. It's you. That's you that you're talking about, not somebody else. It's you. Like, what is, are puppets not capable of being saved? Like, what the hell is this?
He was asked to return a jug of milk that a customer didn't want, so he went up front, grabbed it, walked it back to the cooler, and when he opened up the cooler door, he was kind of surprised because he heard someone inside singing.
Jesus? Was Jesus? He opens the cooler, it's like a little tiny miniature Jesus in there singing, "We are family." All right, what's up, man? What's going on? We just party in the cooler sometimes. I'm Jesus. What's going on? You want to become a Christian? Yeah, dude. No, you should, because this is pretty crazy, right? Good evidence right here. Little mini dancing Jesus singing stuff to become a Christian. Let's do this thing.
And so there was this guy inside who was stocking the cooler. He was his partner, but he hadn't met him yet. And he was getting the milk done for the night, but he was singing worship music while he was working. So they got to...
Wait, who was stuck in the cooler? Wait, I'm so confused. What? I must have paused it.
Opened up the cooler door. He was kind of surprised because he heard someone inside singing. And so there was this guy inside who was stocking the cooler. He was his partner, but he hadn't met him yet.
Holy shit. Hell yeah, dude. Cruise ship. It's a member now. Hell yeah. And I got to say, there's actually a lot of really great stuff in the member section. I've been really making a lot of videos just messing around. And I've kind of that place where I'm like, I don't know if I want to put this out, you know. But so there's a ton of just fun little things that I'm trying in the members only section. So yeah, if you want to become a member, you get a lot of extra stuff. You really do. But all right. Oh, also, and let me show you this real quick while we're here. I want to see if this will work. It should. I don't see any reason why it would not, but here is our bingo card for today. Okay. And is that big enough? I guess it doesn't. Hold on. Let's say right there. I guess that's as big as I can get it while having the whole thing in there. Okay. And this is our bingo card. I guess I should have made an overlay of it, huh? And here's the thing. If you want to update the little boxes, just do it. If you do a super chat with the suggestion, I will update the box. So, and then we can, go from there. Now, if somebody already got one from that, still counts. Okay. If we update it after somebody already got one of the ones that are previously, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. But if the box is checked, it's checked for that round, right? Which will just be a stream probably. I don't know. Maybe we'll go through these things fast. I have no idea. I've never done this before. So, but this is it. It's also on the Discord if you want to be able to see it on your own. But these are all of the boxes and everything. So keep an eye out. If you hear one of these bingo boxes mentioned, then tag me in the chat and just put like the base, whatever the basics of what's in the box and say that it was mentioned. And then we will check off. We got this check here. And I will use this check and I will, put it on the box. Okay. That's how it's going to work. But for now, we're just going to, leave it back here. But that's the idea, right? So just thought it could be some fun. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how many we can get. Okay. But all right, we'll switch back now. It sucks because I can't have them both up at the same time, but I'm working on it. I'm going to come up with something so we can make it a little bit more effective. But here we go. Back to the fun.
And he was getting the milk done for the night, but he was singing worship music while he was working. So they got to know each other pretty well. So whenever he would get his milk done, he'd go help my traveling companion with the yogurt because that's all he did. And they would have great, amazing conversations. This was the first time he had ever met someone who was actually on fire for Jesus.
Oh.
I mean, he grew up in a church where there was one old...
It is so weird. Maybe we should make that one too, on fire. On fire for Jesus. That is just the weirdest phrase. And it's good to them. Like, that's a good thing. Like, it's so strange when you have a concept of hell, which is like eternal torment by fire, being burned up, being on fire for all eternity. And yet they use as like a metaphor or whatever, being on fire as a good thing for Jesus. It doesn't feel like it makes a whole lot of sense here. Typically, I would think that being on fire, that's bad. You don't want to be on fire. That's typically a bad day for everybody, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just like your foot, right?
Guy that would raise his hands during songs, and that was it. If you clapped, people thought you were weird. And so having these conversations about how God is still...
It kind of is weird, especially at white churches. They just cannot get it right. They're all like, guys, just stop. It's like, it's amazing because like you typically when there's a beat going, you don't hear claps for the entire beat. It's just like, clap, 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 clap. And it's just, wow, dude. Like, guys, you're supposed to only clap on the downbeat. What are you doing?
Powerful. God is still active. God loves you. Just all these amazing things just were things he'd never heard before. Not that he heard wrong things. He just never heard things.
He's never heard the
And
right
so,
things. So
this really led to a change in a reevaluation of his life. And I know he remembers the day he walked out of one of his shifts and said, God, I don't know if I'm yours, but if you want me, I'm yours. And that was it. From that day on, we really saw a complete 180 as far as his life. And so he ended up getting baptized by the gentleman who was singing in the cooler. So,
dude, the cooler singer, that he's also a baptizer. He's a cooler singing baptizer guy.
that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's just
Fast and loose at the word cool there.
been
Jesus.
a growth ever since.
Dude, you need to take a lesson from some of the more heavily evangelical type Christians and make up a story, dude, because this sucks. I don't, your testimony is supposed to be like, whoa, and the singing cooler baptizer guy it's just not it, man. Just talk about how you used to be a homeless puppet that was addicted to crack, and and then Jesus saved you, and you had to get out of the mob because you were running drugs for him, and then but when Jesus said no more of that, and so you had to get out, then the mob was chasing you, right? They're coming after you, so you had to change your name and become a puppet. It's perfect. Anyway, at the relocation program, whatever where the government where the government hides you, they're never going to look for a puppet, right? I mean, come on.
That's really cool. And so then I know that you, the puppet, have been replaced recently. That a new version of you was made, right?
Have I been replaced?
Have I been replaced?
Yeah. That was news to me. No, seriously though.
So the original Dinks, I know that there's a cool story to the backs of that. So can you tell where you came from?
Yeah. So my original body, which is over in Connecticut at the moment.
Under glass, they got it in the Christian Puppet Museum. He's the only one, but it's going to be a pretty cool museum at some point. Amusement museum at some point here.
It was stitched together by my traveling companion's mom about 26 years ago.
Witness protect. Thank you. That's it. Witness protection. Those are the words that my brain was like, nope.
She went to a puppet convention. They actually did have those. And basically it was like they would have kind of like if you...
They have puppet conventions? Oh my God, Kevin. Dude, we got to do it. We're already in the game, right? You don't want to go? Oh, you feel like you're on display? Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of would be, right? I mean, since you're the theme of the convention and all, but it's fine. All right, whatever. We're gonna have to kidnap Kevin and take him.
Never been to a Comic-Con. Think of that, but for like ministry, like puppets and
what? No, I didn't say anything. No, I didn't say anything. You're hearing things yourself.
Clowning and magic.
What are you talking about?
Okay. And so they have like vendor booths, but they would also have like workshops. And so she did a workshop where if you paid a certain amount, they'd let you make a puppet right there, and the person who designed it would help you make it. And so thus my first body, that's where that came from.
Oh my God, I have to go to a puppet convention. That's the end of it. They don't ever come down to Florida though, do they? Probably some kind of anti-puppet law or something down here,
Made. Now, that body was getting really old. And so right now I am kind of the intermediate body. The reason why the old body is over in Connecticut is because there's a very good puppet builder over there who's working on a Sesame Street quality body for me, which will look more like...
Wow, that is brutal. Hold on, I got to put this comment up here. Or this chat. I always got to get that right. What's up, Deviant? How you doing? Deviant said, I knew a woman whose entire family died in a house fire. Jesus. She was like 3, badly burned, spent months in the hospital, but survived. She was adopted by a Fundie family. Good God, that sucks. And then was taught that she'd burn forever. Holy fuck. There's some trauma there. Holy shit. My God, poor thing. Jeez, I hope they're all right. My God, what a nightmare.
The original, and that's one of the criticisms I get, is that I don't look like my old self. Yeah, that's true. I'm the best I could come up with for an interim body. So, and we're talking about out of body experiences here that I didn't know we were.
Totally breaking character. This sucks, man. Like you're totally ruining what could be so fucking cool. But this is Christianity, man. This is what they do. They can't do art because they just don't get it. They don't get art. They don't get fun stuff like they don't get doing things that are fun just for fun. You know what I mean? That's what it is. They don't get fun. Everything is like, oh, it's fun just so we could spread our bullshit. That's the only way they understand fun. It's just like, and it immediately kills the fun.
We're going there.
And did your traveling companion make this one?
No. So I am factory made.
Jesus Christ.
That's,
don't care.
Hence the reason why
And then, so
I want to get to is there an apologetics section? Is this thing broken into sections? Sometimes it is. Nope.
You originally started using dinks for Star Wars lore, correct?
That's correct. Literally doing exactly the same thing, but for Star Wars.
You're spreading the good news of Luke Skywalker. I'm spreading Yoda's good news.
So when did you start that?
Well, so it actually started with men's fashion, believe it or not. My traveling companion actually had a men's style channel. Did okay. He had about 20,000 followers, which is not bad. But
a men's what? A men's what channel? A men
or not
dial?
My traveling companion actually had a men's style channel.
Oh, style. Got it. What is that? You know what looks stylish? Well, let me tell you. This right here. We got John sporting his, his corduroy jacket. I don't know why it's corduroy. Do people still wear corduroy jackets and stuff? Anyway, but you get what I'm saying.
Did okay. He had about 20,000 followers, which is not bad. But he decided, but while he was working on those, he was still very much into Star Wars because this was when
Tommy's from one fiction to another. There you go. Yep. That's it.
Mandalorian was really popular and all that stuff, and he had read a lot of the Star Wars novels that were out there, and what's called the expanded universe at the time. And so he knew a lot about Star Wars. He's like, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. No, I could do that better. And so,
no, I could do that better. I remember some of those expanded universe. I always liked the I think it was called like the Heir to the Empire series with was it Thrawn? Well, I guess they did. They are touching on it somewhat in the new shows and stuff because Thrawn, was it Grand Admiral Thrawn or something? He's in like some of the later or the newer series and stuff.
So he just when he got tired of doing the style channels, because if you're doing a style channel, all you're doing is changing your clothes all day long. It's very tedious and exhausting. So
it's wow, dude, you need to get out and work a real job for a day, buddy. Okay, it's exhausting to put on clothes. Like, are you fucking really, man? That's not that exhausting. You're literally just moving your body a little bit to like put clothes on. Dude, I do the lawn of an entire school. God damn it. Never mind. Okay.
He decided, I want to do some Star Wars videos, but then, he hadn't used me in a while. He's like, well, what if we do this? And so we made a few videos with me answering questions and really took off well. Got up to
It is funny too that he's like talking like we and us and everything. Like he's the fucking ventriloquist from Batman. Just lost his mind and put his second personality into a pink puppet.
200,000 followers in 6 months. That was pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
On what platform, or was that on multiple?
TikTok specifically.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Now,
awesome. That's so awesome, man.
The fall of that.
Oh my God. Can we get to like actual Christianity shit? My God. They've ruined the lore of the puppet here so badly. I have to like fast forward so I can at least just imagine that they're not ruining it as bad as they are.
Amazing. I haven't
Yeah.
gotten any. I haven't gotten any death threat. I've gotten a lot of hate from them, but I haven't gotten any threats from them. Most of mine are from either atheists or Catholics. So it's
Well, yeah, I could see that.
Okay, so now
I've
they're
actually
talking about death
developed a
threats.
bit
Hold on,
of
let
a
me go back a
as
little
I
bit.
thought there would be, probably because we're staying in our lane, but still, it's been pretty good since then.
Wait, what?
Like, if you know you're called to do something and you're not doing anything, it's going to bug you. Even if you know you're resting, you can't just sit there. And so we knew that it just seemed obvious God wanted us to go back.
The puppet is like Jesus. So Big John, so that puppet's like Jesus. It is, yeah. So because of the green hair, that's it. Yeah, Jesus had green hair. Why do you think everybody thought he was so like impressive? This green hair.
Felt like the message was, I want you to go back and I want you to do what you were doing before, but do it for me. And well, of course, our first thought is, well, okay, yeah. And if I get death threats, it's something worth getting death threats for. Star Wars is not worth dying for. But the other thought was,
you will get death threats too from Star Wars people. Those people are fucking nuts. They somehow like out nuts Fundies sometimes. I swear to God, with how like obsessed they are with Star Wars and how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this, not supposed to be like that. And they get really angry if you expand the universe any further than the original, characters. It's just that's why nothing can ever like do well if it's not specifically connected to Luke Skywalker and shit somehow.
Well, okay, but I don't want to go back to TikTok because, that's where all the hate was. And then the immediate thought that came to my mind, I'm giving God credit for this, is, isn't that where they are that need me most? Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I have to. Christianity is so great. You just always have to do what you actually don't want to do because, God, I mean, they just, even right here, just talking about like how they spread their Christianity, they just make it sound terrible because it's like, oh, since I don't want to do it, that must mean that God wants me to do it. Shit, I forgot this religion is all about forcing yourself to do and be things you don't want to do and be.
And so we started up all 4 platforms at the same time, and hasn't been nearly as much hate as I thought there would be, probably because we're staying in our lane, but
what lane would that be? Bad apologetics.
Still, it's been pretty good since then.
Awesome. But yeah, that was something that my girlfriend asked whenever I said that you were coming on. She said, do you know?
Did he just say he? Oh, okay. Maybe Taco is a little bit progressive. I don't know. Maybe.
What he looks like? I went, no. And then she goes, does he know your name? I went, no. So I understand the anonymity a lot.
Women don't understand guys. We don't need to know your name.
That's so crazy that they think this, that they actually think that being a Christian on YouTube will get you like hunted down and unalive, when it's completely the opposite. The atheists are the ones that get all the hate, man. Like, we're the ones that are actually unsafe, dude. Like, you literally asked the fucking puppet what his favorite handgun is, and he had an answer ready for you too. And yet, but you guys are the ones that are in danger of being hurt by people who just hate Christians so much. Sorry, man. Most atheists, specifically humanists, but most atheists are humanists, and we don't do shit like that. That's shit y'all do. And then you justify it because you go, hey, I have the objective morality of whatever my God says. And so whatever I think my God says, it's objectively moral. So I guess I got to hurt this atheist. Like, that's exactly the problem with your morality. Oh my God.
You don't need to know what you look like. You're my bud.
Exactly. That's awesome. But yeah, so about how long ago did you start doing it as Christian content?
Oh, so we've been doing this for about 2.5 years now.
Awesome.
Can
so
we talk
you
about
started
the apologetics?
in
Jesus.
beginning of 2024?
Yeah. room, and I have to explain to young people what a chat room is because most of them have no clue.
Young people don't know what a chat room is? How young are we talking here? Are we talking toddlers? Because I feel like that'd be it. That's like once they're past time, and even toddlers, I think, would know, you know, what a chat room is.
It's like it's kind of like X, but like siloed. You know, I don't know, kind of hard to explain. But yes, we met in a chat room and we just really hit it off. Now, my traveling companion was working at Walmart, but living with his parents, so he had nothing to spend his money on but himself. So he decided to go and meet her, and she was dumb enough to meet him. He could have been some psycho axe murderer, who knows? But
Ember. Oh no, let me see Ember. Where'd it go? Ever said I really enjoy the irony of Dinks. It's peak satire. The puppet pulling the strings. Who is really the puppet in this religion? Dinks. He's the Dinks is the puppet in this religion.
Someone who's using a puppet might be, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Watch out for those guys. But you know, they met, and
wait, did you just say using a puppet is creepy? Like, yeah, I'm a creepy guy. Whatever. I just own it. I just recognize that I'm a creepy freak.
It's really seems obvious that they belong together. And one prayer they prayed was that if it wasn't God's will, that He would do whatever it takes to tear them apart. And He just really blessed it to happen.
That's really cool.
God, they just have their own language now, don't they? He just blessed it to happen. Blessed it to happen? What? Okay. Doesn't something happen and then get blessed? You can bless something as, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that's how those words should work.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, so going into like the apologetics and stuff, is
Great.
there a specific
Finally.
area of the Bible that you
Jesus.
find is like your favorite to defend or to discuss?
Yeah, I like the genocide part. Those are my favorite part, and especially the child sex slavery. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, I love going into the symbolism of the Old Testament. As much as I love the New Testament and I'll teach the New Testament, it's just so fun looking at the symbolism of the Old Testament.
Yeah, because, you know, you can just make shit up like you're Charlie Day in front of a fucking corkboard with yarn and push pins and shit.
I did an entire Bible study going through every single passage in the Old Testament where the
What's up, Thor? How we doing?
angel of the Lord was mentioned, and I just showed them exactly how that was the pre-incarnate Christ. Oh, they loved it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people don't know that my traveling companion does do live Bible studies, and so that's when he did that.
And then what days for the people watching?
He said the cruise ship said the U.S. prison system is virtually atheist, non-existent. I mean, that is actually serious. There were like and I think it was like a case that the FR or the what is that? Yeah, Freedom from Religion, FFRF took on, where a dude was actually an inmate that was an atheist and actually legally contested the fact that they were like pushing religious requirements for him to like have to go to religious meetings and shit like that. And he was like, I should be able to have a secular option. And they fought that in the courts. I can't remember if he actually won though. I think he did. I think he did win. I think the FFRF actually pulled that one out. But it was difficult, which is really sad because it feels pretty fucking obvious that is exactly like pushing religion on people, like when they're like without their consent at all. Like, it's just crazy.
And what days do you do those?
Well, it's almost always on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. But also any evenings that we have hotel nights, like I'm in a hotel right now.
Ooh, I got hotel nights and they are fun. I gotta say, I feel bad for whoever's next to us. It gets loud. The whips and stuff, they crack pretty loud. You don't realize it until, you get that bang on the wall. I'm like, hey, could you quit whipping? So what is going on down there? And why are there chains dragging on the floor? What is going on over there?
You can tell.
I actually couldn't.
Yeah. Okay. We just have a really nice house.
It looks like a really nice corner. Yeah.
I picked a good corner. How about that?
Good.
But
Get your nose in the corner right now. Nose in the corner. Nose on the corner. Is that, did y'all get the nose in the corner thing? Is that, do they still do that? Is that a thing? Is that a punishment these days? I don't know. Seemed pretty bad when you were a kid. You're like, wait, I got to look at the corner? Yup. You got to look at that corner until I say you can look elsewhere. Like, what? But that's boring. Exactly. That's the point. Which will just end up making you more rambunctious anyway, which was the thing that got you looking at the corner in the first, but whatever. I don't think it works very well, but whatever.
Yeah, so occasionally we have hotel nights given his job, and so we'll do them during the evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Grand Theft Autobot, what's going on, dude? Oh, let's say, hey, what do you got for us? Doing all right? Let's see. Today's episode, what is it? Today's episode of BLUESKY. Very good. That's solid. BLUESKY Street. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Is brought to you by the letter G. G is for gender. Yay! Do puppets actually go to heaven though? Hey Rayleigh. Hey Jack. Yeah, they go to puppet heaven. That's actually the only heaven that actually exists, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Because you can make up whatever you want about puppets, but that's still they got their own heaven.
Time, and we try to advertise it in the TikTok bulletin board, which is on my page, is called the Puppet Press Room. Same thing with Facebook.
Wouldn't that mean that you would be like sharing news and stuff, like news and updates and shit like that? But the press room, that's what press room is. Like what?
There's a messenger system also called the Puppet Press Room. So I try to advertise those things for people.
That's awesome. And then, so do you do this full time?
Oh, how I wish. No. So we do have a day job, hence why we're in hotels a lot. But we've put the full-time ministry and some people that aren't, and so and
I want to get to the apology. I'm about to lose it. I don't care about the non-lore of this puppet.
Nowadays, the air lanes are crazy now. No, thankfully, he's mostly driving, and he does get a company car, so that's nice. The company kind of pays for everything.
This is the most boring shit ever.
Because my big, I'm not.
It's like when people sit and just talk about work when they're on a live stream, and they're like, guys, like, we got to talk about work. Let's just, talk about the subject at hand. Whatever the actual topic is of the stream, let's talk about that. Instead of Lucy, my boss, like scheduled me a double on Thursday, and I just don't like. Oh my God, I don't get. Like, come on, seriously. Back to the actual content here.
I was a nerd as a child, and then
and then I stopped being one, and am currently not. I am not your face. Your mom's face is nerd. Okay, don't stop looking at me like that. I can see your judgment on your face. He kind of does look like he has a judgy face. It's like, you're not a nerd. You're literally on a Christian stream talking to a Christian puppet. Not a nerd. No, that's something a nerd wouldn't do.
I had a bunch of comic books as a kid, and my mom ended up taking them away from me.
Yeah, and the Hulk was actually supposed to be gray to start, but there were printer issues. He ended up green.
Really?
That's too bad. Maybe if your mom had let you read the X-Men comics, you wouldn't be so bigoted and hateful.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. We need to talk about nerd stuff more, because that's
exactly it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Is there any area of the Bible, like a specific passage or something that just
dude traveling the country? John says dude's traveling the country with a Muppet in his carry-on. Yeah, I would love to see him like get searched at customs. Like, whoa, what is this? Are you some kind of freak? Is that thing full of cum? What is this for? Huh? I don't like it. Why is it pink? It's probably full of cum because it's pink, or so. I don't know. I get a feeling. I get a cummy feeling from the color of this Muppet.
Drives you crazy not having an answer to?
I want to know what the 7 thunders uttered to John in the book of Revelation.
That's a really good answer.
God, this guy is so funny. The 7th that they were thunders, and they were just like that was it. I just heard 7 of them.
I drives me nuts. Like, I want to know. Please let me know. Why did you tell us if they even said something?
Because my biggest thing with that is whenever Jesus, whenever he was crucified, that you see all these dead saints come back to life and go into the city, and then it gives 0 additional information on that. Just dead people came back to life. So, anyways.
Yeah. Are you guys atheists? Because it sounds like you sound like atheists right now. It just a throwaway verse about zombies just popping back up from their graves, climbing out, walking around and stuff. That they're just like, what? At the end of the day, they're like, okay, anyway, yeah, no, this was just a one-day thing. We're heading back to the grave. See you guys. That was good. It was good to see you all again. Sorry about the rotten flesh falling off of my bones here, but I'll head back to the grave.
And then just skips over everything.
Yep.
But that's a really good one.
Well, of course, we get challenged on that whole, like, oh, why didn't all of them talk about him? Like, because Jesus rose from the dead. That kind of preempts anything else.
Yeah, it's way more important. But the other one, it's
still important. I mean, don't you think there'd be some kind of extra biblical evidence of that? Don't you think it would be mentioned somewhere else? I don't know, a philosopher, a correspondence between people. Like, we have all this shit from back then. Nobody mentioned a shitload of fucking dead people showing up for a day when Jesus came back to life. Nobody mentions that.
One sentence of like, this happened. Anyways, let's go back to who won the race to the tomb. It's like, come on.
Nice. That was a good job. They were racist because the different gospels, they can't figure out who made it to the tomb. Sometimes it's the women, sometimes, I can't remember what the difference is, but there's a lot of differences there, and you don't know how many angels, or if there were any angels. You don't know if the rock was in front of the cave or rolled away, or if there was no rock. Like, it's just very inconsistent.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so of the things that like you and I would have disagreements on, such as like speaking in tongues, or things that like people refer to as like soul sleep, is there any subject that you wish that I would agree with you on above the others?
That is such a weird way to phrase that question. Okay. Oh, they disagree. How can you disagree? Don't you guys both hear from the same Holy Spirit that communicates the most important message of his religion consistently to both of you? What is happening? How is it impossible? One of you isn't saved. That's the problem right there. It's got to be.
Well, it's really hard to say, because I have to say that I understand your objections. So wishing you would get on it, it kind of implies that there would be some kind of benefit. And honestly, you're not missing anything as far as the soul sleep goes. I mean, if you're wrong, hey, cool, you get to see Jesus earlier. No big deal,
Sure. Well, deviants, and nobody talked about zombies because Jesus was a zombie too. Yep, he was the more important zombie. Although a lot of people get, they take umbrage. Is the right word umbrage? Anyway, they have qualms with the word zombie because he was a lech. Was it a leech? Leech? I don't think he was a leech. That's not. It's a lech or something, right? Or getch, something like that. Something etch. I can't think of what it's called. Some type of thing that just sort of comes back to life and has all of its scars still, but it's still them thinking. They're not trying to eat brains or anything. Zombies typically want brains, right? But Jesus didn't want to eat brains. He wanted other people to eat his brains, through the little flaky thing that you get when you're eating them. But anyway.
But so if anything,
lich. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy's on top of it. Lich. That's not a leech. See, I was close, but very different. Okay, that vowel matters for those two words.
You know, sure, I'd love to be more on board with, continuationism, but again, it doesn't make or break our salvation. And God has obviously given you a ministry. You don't have to speak in tongues or heal people or any of that stuff in order to, spread the gospel.
Okay, let's be real here. You don't heal people either, dude. Come on. I mean, the speaking in tongues thing. I mean, I can speak in tongues. Listen to this. That's it. That's all they do. Anybody could do that.
Perfect. I like that answer. Okay, let's see here. Then I wanted to ask you a couple different questions on a couple different religions. So kind of get your opinion on these things. So
which is the worst religion? Let's do that. And then let's do the races after that. We are Christians after all, so we got to rank the races.
So if you had to pick the single greatest issue within Roman Catholicism in regards to its doctrine, what would you say that is?
Well, so I've actually...
I like the way he thinks. He's like, hold on, this is how I think.
Spent quite a bit of time talking with them so I could actually understand what they mean when they say certain things, because they don't mean exactly what we mean when we use the same words.
Yes.
And so I think the biggest problem is that they require I know. It would be that they put the church over scripture. They'll say the church is equal to scripture, but ultimately, if the church interprets scripture, then you're really saying the church is over scripture, which means if you have corruption, then everything gets corrupt from the top down.
Hold on, man. Are you trying to tell me that the church you go to doesn't interpret scripture? For like the pastor isn't up there going, this is what this scripture means? That's just what churches do. All churches do that, dude. What are you talking about? It's so weird. They don't even understand like how to criticize a different religion, even though it's the same fucking religion. But like, be like, oh, they put the interpretation over the scripture and say they get to define what the scripture means and everything, when their church does that too.
Okay, so they're sola ecclesia, essentially.
Yeah. That's my big problem, is that they just hold the church in such high regard as if it's infallible.
Okay, and would you say that is a bigger issue than them having something wrong with the gospel or Mariology or transubstantiation, stuff like that? Would you think that the core issue is the sola ecclesia?
And transubstantiation is probably one of the funniest. Like one of the funniest beliefs that Catholics have is that they believe it actually turns into Jesus's body when they're doing the communion thing. The little cracker thing, the styrofoam cracker thing, whatever, with the little plus sign on it, that you eat, like turns into fucking flesh in their mouth, as long as you're the high priest, because I'm pretty sure any regular person could be like, nope, not flesh. That's still the cracker there. That's still that see, that is styrofoam. It just looks like I'm chewing on a packing peanut here. That's what that is. But it has to be the high priest, because they will maintain the lie, really. But
because if you're not if you are allowed to disagree with the church, then a lot of those things disappear. There are a lot of Catholics that do not pray to Mary. There are a lot of Catholics that do not accept the Pope. There are a lot of Catholics that stay true to the Bible. They do exist. And so, they call themselves Catholic by tradition, basically. And so if they were allowed to disagree with the Pope, I think you would...
Is this like a hashtag not all Catholics type of thing? Okay.
See a lot more diversity of thought, and a lot of them willing to consider scripture, but because they feel like they're betraying God if they betray the Pope, then they don't bother looking into it.
Oh, you dip your Jesus in hummus? That sounds good, actually. Although I feel like that's got to be blasphemous, right? Isn't like hummus Muslim? Okay, isn't that's what you do if you were to eat Allah, right? But not that's got to be a blasphemy.
Very interesting. 'Cause, yeah, I haven't gotten that as an answer, but I don't disagree with it. I think that that's definitely a heavy issue.
Yeah.
And where do you think that kind of is it just fear of people questioning that they don't want the repercussions of asking the questions? You think that's primarily what would keep a couple different, I guess,
Well,
not a couple, a lot of people stuck in that?
Well, I think it's more along the lines of fear of not having an answer. Like if you've ever been in that situation where you know you're supposed to have an answer, but you don't, you get that fear right in the pit of your stomach. I think that's what a lot of them face. And they feel like that if they don't just accept what the church tells them, that they won't have an answer at all. And it's a lot
But
easier
that's
just to kind of go with the flow if it isn't all that important to you. Or if it is important to you, then you're kind of leaning on what you feel is reliable. So I think,
which would be kind of like what the religious leaders are telling you is reliable, right? Like it's so crazy. I mean, they're just saying it plainly. It says so much about the way they think right here. The uncertainty is just painful to them. They just can't handle just not deciding that they have all the answers. And so it's literally fucking painful for them to be like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for this. And instead of just saying, I don't know, I'm uncertain about this, I'll make up whatever the answer is that my church leaders say, which is, I mean, to be real, the way all the religious beliefs are, they're all connected to some kind of religious leader or something at some point, or like a religious family member that they look up to. It's none of it comes from them, really. It's all passed down.
it is fear, but more of just a fear of a lack of answers.
Interesting. Okay. So then,
hence religion. Hence religion, just full stop. That's what religion is. It's like a way to just make shit up to answer things that you just don't have a good answer for.
same basic question with Mormonism. Is there any single issue that you think is the biggest issue in Mormonism?
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers. I'm a cat holic. I worship cats. That's what I do. That's right. We actually set up shelves of figurines just for them to knock off. And then we have to say a special prayer on a special cat mat every time they do that, because I'm a cat holic.
Again, it looks like to me it's a top-down issue. They believe that the Book of Mormon and all their other books are scripture because they're told it is. When they have Bible studies, they don't actually study the Bible, they study pamphlets. And so the bigger problem is that they have to believe whatever their ruling council tells them. Same thing with Jehovah's Witnesses. I've learned a lot about that stuff by watching people who used to be in it.
And same thing with you, with whatever denomination you are. Most denominations, like, ironically, I'm pretty sure, like, even non-denominational, like, has like a board or whatever that they decide this kind of stuff. The fuck are you talking about?
And it's you have to listen to the people that are above you, or else you are doomed, type of a thing.
Interesting.
Welcome to religion. What are you talking? It's so weird when they act like that's not how theirs works. Like, which one is yours? Because I guarantee it works this way too.
So then I don't even need to ask this question then. What about the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah. Well, and let me plug this anyway. So if you want to learn more about the Jehovah's Witnesses, I have a friend on TikTok. She came out of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Her account is Cult Life Escaped. Cult.life.escaped. And she's really smart. She sometimes takes breaks periodically because she's a wife and mother, but she really knows her stuff and about both sides, and she's not afraid to air their dirty laundry.
What's up, Push? Skating across America. What's up, dude? How we doing?
Which I'm pretty sure, I think you might have actually recommended her to me or sent me one of her videos.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure I follow her. Yeah.
Yeah, only ours is the correct one. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, sure. Of course it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. And then I put out a little thing asking.
You're the most awesomest. You're the most awesomest, like, puppet ever. What did I do?
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. And then I put out a little thing asking if anybody on my Discord had a question
highlighted like that. Oh, okay. Fixed it.
that they wanted you to answer.
Uh-oh.
And unfortunately, I didn't put that out till last night. So I only got one that wasn't already in my list of questions. But they asked, how can you tell if you have faith rather than routine devotion to know if you're truly accepted or if you've truly accepted Christ into your heart and know him as opposed to just knowing the Bible?
Right.
Ooh, good question. Like that one's gotta hurt, huh? How do you know that you actually have faith? Is that what? Hold on, let me hear what was that.
Routine devotion to know if you're truly accepted or if you've truly accepted Christ into your heart and know him as opposed to just knowing the Bible.
Right. Well, so the difference is between knowledge and trust. You're not saved by knowledge, you're saved by faith. So if you replace the word faith with trust, it's a lot easier to understand the dynamic. I've done some researching into the word that we translate as believe in the Old Testament. That Hebrew word, it's not just a mental assent. It is a trusting knowledge. It's literally used to describe a part of the door frame of the temple. It holds the doors. The doors are dependent on this thing. That's what it says when Abraham believed the Lord. He's leaning on him. He's dependent on him. He's trusting him. And so the question is, do you trust him? Not do you trust what he did? Do you trust him? There's no point in saying, hey, Jesus, please forgive my sins if you don't actually believe that God's going to keep his word. Our faith, our trust is in God's character, not what he did, but who he is. Because
there's like the most convoluted shit. No wonder they're all so afraid of being told by Jesus that he never knew them and that they gotta go to hell, even though they were like a Christian their entire lives, and maybe even like did miracles in his name and everything, but still gotta go to hell because they just didn't hinge door trust the way that they were supposed to. And sorry, you didn't realize that you weren't a Christian this whole time. God. And yet they're afraid of uncertainty. It's so funny, dude. Their whole thing is just so broken. The whole belief system is just so flawed. It's unbelievable. It's that they have like the weirdest, like most convoluted ways that they have to do everything. And it's so easy for them to just be spinning their brain in circles going, am I actually believing the Christianity right? Or am I not believing? Am I believing it right, but I'm not trusting it right? Shit, I gotta hold on. My belief to trust ratio has got to be adjusted by the I'm gonna go to hell.
Who he is why he did what he did.
That's a really good answer. That was beautiful. I like that a lot. Oh, man. But unfortunately, I thought that those questions were going to take so much longer. And I was also worried that your arm would get tired because I didn't know if you'd be propped up.
No, my arm's fine.
Good. But awesome. But yeah, so that was about all the questions I had for you for this. So it might end up being a little bit shorter. But
Sure.
Where can people find you?
What?
So if they just go to dinksthepuppet.com, it's got all my links in there, and including all of the social media, the merch page, all that stuff that people want me to have. That's all.
Still got like a half hour.
Perfect.
What are you talking about?
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it very much, and hopefully we get to do this again. But I'll definitely ask you to come back on here. But for that one, I would like us to have a conversation about something that we do disagree with, so you and I can brainstorm, plot between those, and not debate, but just talk about it, see what both sides are, and see if we can come to a mid ground.
Well, I mean, we can talk about it now, unless you want to prepare it.
I
was gonna say, like, what is happening? Like, we're halfway. Edit this out, dude. Like, what are you doing, man? My God.
I need to prepare. I just don't know what subject you want to go on.
Sounds like you needed to prepare. It sounds like you're afraid of losing to a puppet, which is pretty sad because it doesn't even have a brain.
But if you want to turn this into that, let's go.
Yeah, no problem. I don't mind just having conversations.
Okay. Is there a subject, so of those two, or a different one? Is there anything else that you disagree with me on?
No, not really. I mean, we're pretty solid, man. It just, I think
we're pretty solid, bro. You and me, we're solid, bro. Fist bump the camera. Do it. Come on. Let's do it.
You understand I'm not a Calvinist, but I am eternal security. So that's, that's a pretty solid place to be, at least.
So a 1 point Calvinist.
Well,
Jesus.
maybe
That's where I
2.
started.
Yeah. But my biggest problem with Calvinism is total depravity. Like, I cannot believe that we are born like guilty, like born with a sin nature. Yes. Born with a body that wants and craves sin and will inevitably lead you to sin. Yes. But I can't believe we are born guilty, because that doesn't explain how God makes an exception for infants if they die, age of accountability and all that.
I actually just did a video on that this morning, but according to the Bible, in like Psalm,
The way that they have to like reason through this stuff is fascinating. So he's like, you can't, because logically speaking, it makes sense what he's saying, from within their belief system, right? That like, if you're born, and like if you're born, what was the word he used? Like, you're born into sin or whatever, right? And then you die as an infant, you should go to hell because you were born that way. Yet they carve out this weird like exception for babies and stuff. It doesn't really make sense. If the lore is that you're born into the sin, and the whole thing is that you got to get that sin accounted for through standing behind Jesus. But Jesus has like a special, hey, if you're under this age, then it doesn't count kind of thing. Yet he couldn't do that for everybody else for some reason. But yet the whole reason that people can't go to heaven is because when you're born with sin all over you, and yet then you would have to account for your own sin. This is so funny. The whole thing is just so nonsensical. It's unbelievable.
51, for
Literally.
example, David says that God demanded faithfulness of him even in the womb, and that God taught him wisdom in that secret place. You have other examples where you have in 2 Samuel 12. 1 Samuel. It's whenever David's son dies and he stops. Okay, yeah. So his son dies. He stops mourning. All the people go up to him and say, like, well, what are you doing? Like, that you're supposed to start mourning now, but you were doing all this stuff. You weren't eating. You were just doing all this stuff until he actually died. And David said that nothing I do is going to bring him back, but I will go to him. David, already knowing that he was saved, he knew that he was going to see his son again. So total depravity, I think that there's a little distinction between that, because if God chooses who he saves, then that means that he can especially choose infants who have not yet committed the sin, even if they are naturally sinful, have a sinful nature, have that inclination. But
so then he could just arbitrarily choose to save anybody then, man. Like, if that can be a carve out, then so could anybody else. Like, and then you wouldn't have to have your perfectly moral God send human beings to a torture dimension that he created specifically to torture people that die with their own sin all over them.
Total depravity means that of our own free will and volition, we would just never choose God. We would always choose to follow ourselves and our desires naturally. That there's
okay, so am I misunderstanding it then, that you don't believe they're born guilty?
Correct. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone express that with total depravity. Even John Calvin, he declared that all infants are of God's elect if they die in infancy. He said that,
well, you know as well as I do that not all Calvinists are the same, or born the same, or taught the same. So
correct.
Most of the time I'm dealing with people who don't know half of what they say they believe. So it's not surprising that.
Weird. Yeah, it's almost as if that's like a Christian fucking hallmark or something.
That's the answer that I got from other people. So it is good to hear that clarification. I think we're actually in unity on that then, now that I know that.
Okay, perfect. So, all right, we got you.
Okay, perfect. Are you the puppet man? What's going on with your voice?
Let's go through the rest of it then. We got you on Perseverance of the Saints, Total Depravity, and what else? What else do you have? Which one?
Total Depravity. Sounds like a metal band, actually, or at least a metal album, right? I feel like that could be an album. Total Depravity.
What are you closest to on the others? You said 2 points, but not Total Depravity.
Well, yeah. So limited atonement is a big one for me.
Okay.
I grant.
Yeah, that's a great point. Deviant said David didn't know, or David wasn't saved. He didn't know he was saved because Jews don't have a saved quote unquote concept. Yeah, I know. It's so funny the way that Christians like apply New Testament like concepts to like Old Testament characters and stuff. And it's like, dude, that shit hadn't been invented yet. Like the Old Testament's basically a completely different religion if you actually look at it.
Limited atonement if you grant universal potential.
Okay.
Like if everyone in the world did say yes to Christ, that potential would be there to save them.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So the line I was
Damn, we
drawing
didn't
that would
get
say
that.
that if there
I thought
are
the whole point.
individuals
Okay, let me just say,
do
the whole point of me picking this one was that both of these guys, or these things, yeah, we'll go with things. They both do apologetics. So like I thought they were going to go through like their favorite arguments for God's existence and all this type of stuff, and like how to explain the argument and all this type of shit. Nothing, none of that. They're just half the fucking video is just interviewing the puppet who's talking about the guy who puppeteers the puppet as if he's, oh my God, it's just so stupid. What a waste. What a waste of a cool, like a potentially cool stream, dude.
have that faith in Christ, who do eventually turn to Christ, and that means that they were still part of that limitation. But
okay, you know what? I think we're gonna move on. How long have we been doing this one? Been going for a while. I feel like we have. Yeah, an hour. Okay, yeah, let's move on. Wow, that was interesting, I guess the way to say. I think we can move on. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we got more objective reality stuff. I'm kind of interested in this one. This guy's like responding to this is the funniest thumbnail I feel like I've ever seen in my life. William Lane Craig schooled Christopher Hitchens on the existence of God. You're a fucking lunatic. Did you see the same debate I did? Because no, at all, no, that's not. Jesus. Oh yeah, and then we also got this one. This is like great. Atheism is wrong because Jesus said so. And then the video is why the Bible tells me so is the best argument. So funny, dude. God, these people are so funny. And then also we got this anti-coexist thing. But yeah, so out of these couple videos, hold on, did I have anything else? Oh, this is kind of funny too. It said, were these songs written by fallen angels? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, and then this hilarious lady also has a book that she read that she is freaking out about. And yeah, so that's mostly what we got for today. We can roll the dice if y'all want, and we could just reload the homepage and see what comes up. But it's up to y'all. Total depravity of the heart. Total depravity of the heart. That's right. Well, let me just check real quick, see if there's any, because sometimes there's something awesome and I'm just like, hold on, I gotta see if we're missing something really fun. We have to talk about religious psychosis. Why is that in there? That doesn't feel like that's. They want white people. Okay, I don't even know what to do with that. Exposing DJ Shaq Diesel's demonic show. Oh, it's only 4 minutes. Okay, hold on. Let's watch this for a sec. Oh, there's something about Bart Ehrman. Atheist loses debate, then admits the horrible.
Why would they invent a resurrection story?
I didn't mean that. Islam pitch meeting. Oh God! Now he's doing skits. Oh my God. No, thank you. Guys, this is gonna be super racist, like, right? That's how that's gonna go. All right, let me see what this Shaq thing is. It's only 4 minutes. Let's see what he's got.
Diesel, and he's been doing this for a while. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to show you. So we all know who Shaquille O'Neal is, and a lot of people don't know, but he's actually a DJ. He goes by DJ Shaq Diesel, and he's been doing this for a while.
What? I didn't know that. Shaq Diesel. Oh, that's good. That was smart. Amping it up. I love it. Who would have thought, dude? Like, of all the things that you do, like after you retire from playing basketball, he's like, fucking DJ, dude. That's what I'm doing. Jesus.
While, but he recently had his first 360 show that sold out in LA, and the visuals that were on the screen of this performance were very dark. Now, before I show you these demonic visuals, listen to this. So if you've been following me for quite some time, you know that if I see anything demonic or satanic, especially in concerts, I'll always post a video about it. And
I don't know who Ryan George is, but I don't think you're supposed to have two first names like that. So that feels wrong, you know. You're missing a last name. You just got first and middle.
And about 5-6 months ago, whenever this comment was, there was a show where it looked like someone was getting possessed, something you see straight out of a horror film. So I made a video on it.
Sure, it's just not them just dancing, just feeling the music, man. It's funny too, because you'll hear people say that. They're like, I was dancing and then something just took over and was dancing for me. Demons. That's what it was. It was the demons were taking over and they were dancing for me. And anytime you begin to just like let loose and have a little bit of fun, they're like, too much fun. It's demons now. It's demons because something else is taking over. Jesus.
I'm pretty viral. And Shaquille O'Neal, DJ Shaq Diesel, saw this and he commented on it. And what he said was very interesting, right? You can make a conspiracy out of this. He said, they even got me, man. Save me. Someone, please. And now, just a few days ago, he does this LA concert, and wow. I'll tell you what, this visual is the last thing that I would expect.
Oh my God. These are the guy, there's a zombie chained. Is it a zombie chained to a cross? You can't do that, man. You can't. How dare you?
Expect from an ex-NBA player, a robot or some type of AI person thing being crucified on a cross with chains holding them to the cross. I mean, this is wild. I mean, you got all the lights flashing in your head and you have this message being ingrained with hard style dubstep and EDM.
First of all, do we know that Shaq even creates that part of it? Does he do the visuals, or is this just like something that somebody else did or something? Like just they put on the visual show, like as he's like, I don't know how much creative control DJs have over the visual portion of it, right? I don't know though. I don't know how this stuff works.
I mean, sheesh. Next, you have a skeleton with Baphomet horns holding a fireball.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool. I would wear a t-shirt with exactly that on it, fireball and all. That's pretty cool. I think they're trying to say like he was a demon on the court, you know, and I mean, to the point where he's doing that NBA Jam, the ball's on fire thing. Remember when you could do that in NBA Jam? Remember that game? Anybody? No? Am I too old? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I know I said it already, but you have to realize this guy plays really hard style music. So it kind of is moving with the beat of the lasers. So
he plays really hard style music. I have no idea what to take away from that. Like what does that mean? Hard style. What is that like jungle beats? Like I don't know. I don't know what EDM. I don't know what it's called. But techno is what we always called it. But, you know, there's, of course, subsets within that, but I have no idea what this even could sound like given his description.
Oh, I mean, the energy in this crowd is wild.
Oh, hardstyle is a genre. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I've never heard any of that.
Wild. I thought this visual was the creepiest one, and the reason I found out about this concert is because someone posted this on TikTok and said, when you go to an ex-NBA player show but end up going to a satanic ritual instead, something like that. And this is a woman doing weird hand motions. Looks like she's praying over the crowd with horns and red eyes and a hooded gown. I mean, for some reason, this has to have some type of symbolism, right? I mean, I think you kind of get the idea now. It's just continuous demonic visuals. Not every
demonic visuals. Yeah. Who knew? It's Shaq. You know, that's probably what it is. Shaq was probably a little tiny, short, fat man with no talent. And then he took a little trip to a place, I don't know if you heard of it, called the Crossroads. That's right. Did a little soul exchange and came back stretched out, ready to play some ball. You know what I'm talking about? That's what happened. Right? And this is just sealing the deal. This was part of the soul selling negotiation, was that he had to become a demonic DJ post basketball career, right? I think there's a whole lore here that we gotta look into.
Single one was demonic, but I'm just showing you the ones that are, and there are a lot that I didn't post, but there's no need to just go through all of them. Here's something that a lot of people don't know about Shaq is that he is a open and very proud Freemason, and he always wears his ring, and a lot of the times on live television, he'll actually show it off. Watch this clip.
What is going on there? That's a ring of my profession. You don't know nothing about that. Okay, can we get a close-up on that area? What? You don't know nothing about
What
it.
is the profession?
Yeah, which profession are we talking about?
Just look at it. Is it a legal profession?
Of course it's legal. It's a ring of my profession.
I'm trying to read it.
My profession.
Too many diamonds.
That's too bright.
You're a professional Freemason? Is that a thing? Okay. I thought that, from what I understand, Freemasons is like a, business club, basically, where they just like help each other out as far as like networking and stuff goes,
That's too bright.
Well, anyway. Oh, Mason, are you a Mason? Of course I am. Okay.
Of course.
That's a secret.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well put your pinky out when you drink the
Of
drink.
course I am.
Put your pinky out.
You know, the secret ceremonies is that
I think he does that because, his hand is like 7 times bigger than the mug itself. I don't think the pinky would fit in there. He's doing that so he doesn't break his pinky.
everyone wears. Anyway, the Clippers.
Very, very interesting. Now, I'm not saying the two are correlated, but
Sue Kettles. Satanic Panic Part 2. Still crapping their pants. Or shit in their pants. Well, I don't know why I censored it.
I think interesting is the perfect way to describe that whole clip. I mean, he shows a massive ring, and once they start talking about it towards
like once a ring gets big enough, it's satanic. Christian rings, real small. That's right.
the end, he's like, anyway, the Clippers and Rockets, trying to get off subject. But I mean, after reading the comment he left on my video saying, oh, they got me, someone please save me. Could be the truth in plain sight, man. I know everyone's real, oh, bro, he's trolling, and that's how concerts are nowadays. But unfortunately, that's the damage all of this has done.
Or a big part of some of the most well-known music artists of this generation was basically playing around with the concept of conspiracies, because then you like, fundies and stuff that are freaking out about it, you talk about it constantly and then make videos about it and share them around and then give them like 100 times more publicity than they would have gotten if they'd just done some like other imagery in their performance. So yeah, it's just a, and you know who like the first ones to do that were, or some of the first ones anyway, with like Beyonce and Jay-Z. They like started that whole thing because there's like a whole idea of, oh man, there's like this really like it almost feels like urban legends and stuff, right? Like you talk about it because it's supposedly it's real, right? And so it just makes it like, oh, now there's this whole puzzle to work out like behind the scenes, and you're like, oh, you see this thing and it's like that, and this is a symbol of that. And Sasha Fierce is like when she died, right? And you see in the video she blows up, and then all the doll parts like they fuse together to make Sasha Fierce, right? And that's the demon version of Beyonce. It just has a whole like new level to it that allows people to like just gives people more like to talk about. Really, that's what it does, and it works. It really works.
We all think everyone is just trolling and that all of this is just the new norm, when to be honest with you, it's really not. This is coming from someone who would always go to concerts like this, and I know that's how hard style EDM is, where there's a lot of visuals like that. But I'll tell you what, with that music, you can make a lot cooler visuals that are not demonic and that don't suck your energy and, make
What? Secure energy? You don't want energy secured. You want it to be insecure. Okay, that's what you need there. Ember said I used to have a hat like that. Somebody gave me one because I'm not a sports ball person. Rude. Okay, that's just offensive to sports ball people. Okay, don't say sports ball. Okay, that's rude. So they thought it was funny I wore it, which I thought was even funnier. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Love it.
I'll tell you what, with that music,
I'll
you can
tell
make
you
a lot
what.
cooler visuals that are not demonic and that don't suck your energy and, make everyone do these mosh pits that just,
Are mosh pits demonic now too? Jesus, don't go to a punk show, okay? You're like, demons. Depending upon the band, the whole place turns into mosh pits for certain bands. I'll tell you. I'll tell you something, okay? Don't go see like the trying to think of a good example of something that's be like that. I guess Pennywise would be like that at times. But yeah,
demonic and that don't suck your energy and, make everyone do these mosh pits that just, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. That's my 2 cents on it. Wild stuff going on nowadays.
I see. I can see that. All right. Let me we'll keep the dice rolling here. Oh, did we get any of our hold on, let's check our bingo card. Okay. So we gotta make sure we're staying on top of this. All right. We do not want to miss any. And I think we may have gotten one on that one at least, right? Maybe I might have changed it. I need to add some more conspiracy ones, because I had one that said it's demonic, and I don't know if I mentioned it. If you want to do let me share. If you want to do a super chat to, I did get it. Okay. To update these, that's cool. But so far we got Satan comes as an angel of light. Atheism has no moral standard. Destroying the family, because everything's destroying the family. USA is a Christian nation. Woke is our big centerpiece here. We all deserve to burn in hell. That's a big one. It's a relationship, not a religion. Kind of surprised we didn't get that one on the last one. They murder babies. And science proves the Bible. If you got any better ideas, please let me know. And I'll take super chats and automatically will update the bingo card with your suggestion if you do a super chat. So just letting you up. But no, I think we're still good. I actually don't think we actually hit any of these yet. So just kind of crazy. We've gone for over an hour, 2 videos, not a single one. I guess I gotta make better cards. I don't know. Anyway, We'll switch back now. All right. What is the Bart Ehrman? Oh, it's probably because he does cite Bart Ehrman a lot. Even secular Bible scholars say that Jesus was real. Like that's a huge thing. Like, whoa, okay, well, the guy's actually real. Therefore, he got crucified, came back to life, and flew away into the fucking clouds. Yeah, that's logical. Oh God, this guy is such a nut. I'm actually kind of curious because did you see this whole thing where I did a TikTok?
Who is Patriot Front? Really? Who are they? I actually know a few of the members.
If you're not familiar, this is Joel Webb, and he is, what does it say? Farts? What? The truth about Patriot Front and Rosa Farts? Is that actually what it's That can't be right. There's a misprint here. One of his producers is messing with him. Kevin, if you ever put farts randomly in one of our titles, I will lose it. He's going to put farts in the title now, isn't he? He's definitely going to. I can already sense it.
Personally, I'm not a part of the organization, never have been, and I don't really have any interest in joining. But
although my ideas are wildly similar,
the question still stands. There are plenty of people who think that it's simply a bunch of LARPers, men who are...
That's fair answer, yeah. Like, maybe pick a better fucking video. I thought the puppet one would be... Okay,
single, childless, living in their mother's basement. They come out once or twice a year for some kind of public protest, a demonstration of force, but in real life, they are insignificant and have no potential or future whatsoever. There are others who would say that...
Why are you hating on your ideological homies, man? Like, what was going on here, man? They're white nationalists, exactly like you are. They probably watch you. Doing this video probably lost like 10,000 subscribers.
Patriot Front is made up of a bunch of federal agents that it serves either as a honeypot in order to trap, disenchant.
That's what it is. Thou doth protest too much. I always want to say that, but I always forget what's I'm like Darth Vader protests, or I always forget. I can't remember how it goes.
Did young white men, so that
because it's not using human words, so it's kind of hard to remember.
Their lives would be ruined forever, or simply like the SBLC, funded by left-wing organizations to...
Oh, Rosa, I got it. What a fuck. Wow, dude. Are you 7? He's calling Rosa Parks Rosa Farts. Doesn't even fucking rhyme. Like, there's a K at the end. It would rhyme if farts were pronounced farks. Farks. It does not work, you idiot. God, he sucks at this.
Project the illusion of far-right white nationalists so that the general public would be afraid of the far right and it would send them into the voting booth to vote for Democrats.
Wait a second. So he thinks this is a... He actually thinks this is like a conspiracy that the elite Democrats have like hired an army of white nationalists, people pretending to be white nationalist douchebags so that people will vote Democrat. Talk about insane. It's so crazy. He like literally is here to spread the message of white nationalism and everything. And when a group of them appears, he's like, that's them pretending. So they can be afraid of my exact ideology that I'm trying to spread. What the fuck is happening?
Now, I'm going to be answering in this episode what I think Patriot Front really is. And right here out of the gate, spoiler alert.
Hey, it's Steve Giacottis. What's going on, Steve Giacottis? Gotta love saying that last name. and I don't care if I'm not pronouncing it right. It is jihadist forever. Okay.
I don't think it's really either of those two options. We're going to provide a nuanced view, and I hope, by the grace of God, an accurate view that does not necessarily...
It won't be. It's not going to be accurate at all. Just I feel out the gate, I can say that with the utmost confidence.
Commend or encourage for young white Christian men to be involved in the organization, but neither does it disavow or wrongfully, unjustifiably condemn. The second question that will be,
given that you agree with 99% of their beliefs,
addressing in today's episode is, who is this young random wannabe Rosa Parks sitting on the bus, surrounded by a bunch of masked individuals, members of Patriot Front?
Oh, it is jihadist. All right, cool. Steve jihadist.
Was she in danger? Or was
Sounds
it
like Steve jihadist.
Perhaps the safest bus ride she's ever had? Right? Is this the newest edition of Rosa Parks? Or is this woman actually, maybe, as some are calling her, Rosa Farts? Is she a troublemaker?
Is it you? Are you the one calling her that? Don't do that. Some people are saying it. Don't quote yourself. You know, he's doing the Tyrion thing. Oh, a wise man once said. Are you saying a thing that you say and saying a wise man once said? That's what he's doing here. Some other people, not me, have said farts. We're 7. We're all 7. We're collectively 12 years old. That's what the right wing is.
Does she have a mugshot? Has she been arrested? Is she engaging in public indecency moments before Patriot Front comes onto the bus? Then all of a sudden she learns her manners and learns how to behave. That's what we'll be getting in today. Tune in now.
I thought we were breaking down like who Patriot Front is. Yeah, I don't really care to see that. That's like, oh man, a bunch of racists got on a bus and terrorized a black person. Yep, don't really feel like watching that. No way. I love this
All right,
guy.
you guys. Jesus appeared on the beach during a sunset.
Dude, you are so bad at this. Really? I mean, that's not. I mean, I guess it could be real. It'd be extremely unlikely. That's fucking AI, man. I'm not convinced that's real. I'd need to like get somebody that's a professional to evaluate this. But even still, you know, even if it does happen to randomly be that, as you know, defined as it is, because you could also, the other thing that it could be is that you can clean stuff like this up. You know, you can have something that kind of looks like it and then just kind of move some of that. You can do all sorts of shit with computers these days. I mean, AI is kind of, it's just ruined the brains of people, it seems. But like, what? Like, why? Why? What is it? You know, why would Jesus? And why is Jesus wearing a Davy Crockett hat? That would be. That's question one. That's partially why I know it's AI, because AI is like Jesus Crockett. Yeah, there's that. Let me just make that for you. What? No, not Jesus Crockett. That's not even a person. What are you doing? He's like, I'm a robot. Okay, Davy Crockett, Jesus. I don't know things. It's, you know, I literally don't know anything because I'm just a large language model. And that's literally it.
And they got it on video.
Jesus,
y'all, you can't make this stuff up.
Jesus up the Alamo, taking on 100,000 angry Mexicans that murdered him. Yep, that's actually what happened.
I don't even know what to say. Can we just play the clip? I don't even know what to say.
No way! Look at that.
It looks exactly like Jesus.
This is the most amazing sunset I've ever seen.
I don't even know what to say.
That is so fake. I don't buy it. They don't even sound like they're there. They're just like, that is the most of my. I mean, maybe it's just, you know, the politeness of British people that they just can't even sound excited, even when they are very excited. I don't know, but I don't think so. That sounds very fake. And this is the most incredible sunset I've ever seen. Anyway,
like, oh wait, hold on. I do know what to say. Let's just go to the page. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, some of y'all are a little too gullible. I'm sorry. But 40, listen, that was the first video that was posted on this TikTok account. 44 million views. We have a massive problem, you guys.
oh, okay. Is he? Wow. All right. Promoting a little bit of critical thinking over here. That's very not like him, actually. That is the most surprising thing I think he could possibly have said here.
44 million views. The first video that was posted on the TikTok account. Bro.
Whoa! Look at that cloud.
And it's the same. It's like basically the same fucking picture. The same cloud picture almost. Just it seemed like the AI, like without the raccoon hat. Get rid of the raccoon hat. Okay, just give him a bonnet. Yeah, no, yeah, put a bonnet on it. Wait, bonnet? Why that's all they do? But it's too late now. It's up there. Kind of looks like a bonnet, right? Kind of what this is up here, but it looks odd. Like that's not that's Nickelback, bro. Come on, man. Jeez. Old Nickelback before he cut his hair.
Everyone's come out to look. Have you seen it?
Oh my word. It's a
Oh
face
my
in the
word, it's
sky.
another one.
I've never seen anything like it.
Mate,
Wait, that one looks like a fucking. Is that a Jesus cat? Why is Jesus a cat? Like again, AI is not paying attention. It's like the cat kind, right? The cat Jesus. What? That's not a Jesus. What? Wait, that guy's not a cat? I'm sorry. Robot. Okay, you gotta remember, I'm a robot. I don't know things.
That's not normal. That's a face.
Well, that's a face right there.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
right.
look at it.
Are you seeing this?
Oh my, what is that?
What is that?
Isn't that Jesus?
Isn't that Jesus? No, it's Rob Zombie with the with the raccoon hat on, So
Everyone, come and look at this.
Just as we came out of church.
come on, that is so fake. So everyone, come and look at this. That is totally a voiceover. That is not. Nobody at this place said that. I guarantee. Plus, how come nobody's talking about the chemtrail right here? I think maybe the chemtrail might have created Jesus.
A face in the sky. I've got goosebumps. I really
do.
Up there.
I mean it.
It's like he's come to say goodbye.
What? Where's he going? Is he? Oh, they're at a funeral. Okay. So I was like, took me a second. Like, goodbye from where? What?
Forget the match. Look up. I swear that's a face.
And it's all the same voices too. You notice that? It's like everyone's the same. My God.
I'm filming this. No one will believe us.
Nobody still believes you. Well, a lot of people do believe you, unfortunately, because AI has broken the brains of the uncritical thinkers out there.
Is that a face up there?
Is that a face up? Look at the guy pointing. He looks so. Hold on, that is just the worst AI.
That's a face.
I don't even think
I'm
these are
filming
real
this. No one will
people.
believe us.
Because look at him point.
Up there?
Look at that point. That looks like the weird. Who points like that? That just. He looks like he's like contorting into like a weird position to point. And it also looks like it's his middle finger. Look at that, guys. Look at that up there. What the fuck is going on? Same exact one,
Bro.
but they're at a different place.
You know what? I'm glad that there's so many people in the comment section who know that this is AI, but they're saying using AI for the Lord. But the thing you have to understand about a page like this,
and actually, you know what? I'm going to change my position. Keep doing this, y'all. Keep showing everybody how big of fucking liars y'all are, and that you're willing to sink to just incredible lows to pretend that your beliefs are not insane and irrational.
they built this page in probably under an hour, if not under 30 minutes. All of these all of these videos were probably generated in probably 20 minutes or so. If
that's the glorious beauty of AI. You can just snap your fingers and have 17,000 videos ready to go.
Not less than that. Probably just with like 2 or 3 prompts, honestly. This video took off, it got 44 million views, right? The next video, 800,000, and then 940,000, 3 million, 125,000, 539,000, 12 million.
This is right. This right here is exactly why the algorithms are all fucked up. Just you know, like, and it is affecting everybody. Like the views that like your average person has been getting and then is getting now, it was like a major decline. And even for big channels, like I'll go through and look at a lot of the other big channels that I like, and all of their views have taken a hit. And it's because of shit like this, because it's been overwhelmed. The like YouTube specifically has been overwhelmed with AI bullshit, you know? And it's like, I think because the algorithms, like, I don't know, they have like certain things that they look for to assume that the video is going to do well or whatever. And I guess the AIs might know what that is, whatever. So it just, because they just copy other videos that go out to everybody. I mean, almost down to a T, just reword the same video, like just remake the same thumbnail and then put it out. And the algorithm's like, oh, that video is just like this other one that did really great, so I'm going to put it out. And it works. Like people are doing this and getting like thousands of dollars a month from YouTube. And it's completely thrown off the whole fucking algorithm. It's absolutely destroying just content creation in general.
7,184,000, 50,000, 240,000, 114,000, 212,000. Right?
A lot of thousands. Look there, Jesus is looking at Jesus. Here we are. See, they needed like a comparison or something. Yep, that's the guy in the sky. Why would you put them on all the same channel though? Like, why wouldn't you spread them out through like different channels, right? Because this demonstrates that it's fake. But God, that really does look like Jesus is a cat. Like, it's really weird. This one too, like a bunch of them. I wonder if they were like, make it kind of look like he's a lion. The Lion of Judah, but it's the Lion of Jesus face, you know? My God.
This is not even a real person. That's an AI generated photo.
Yeah, because real people don't have cloud faces. Like, what do you think? What are you talking? This isn't even a real person, the face in the clouds. Like, no shit, man. What the fuck?
The caption is, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So this is the type of content that we're making now with AI. Specifically when it comes to Jesus, right? When it comes to Christianity, when it comes to, and this whole, this image that we have of Jesus is not how Jesus is described in the Bible. It's not.
No.
Right? But this is...
What did he describe? What did he describe like in the Bible? I don't remember his appearance really being described too clearly in that book there.
The mainstream European, you know, brand friendly image of Jesus that we like to idolize, right? 44 million.
There's a Black Velvet painting. Yeah. Dude, did you ever see that movie that was like about I think it was like a haunted painting that killed people called like Velvet Chainsaw or something like that? It was some shit. That was wild, man. That was a pretty good movie. I think it's on Netflix.
Million views. So this entire page was probably created in under an hour. I would assume it's probably monetized. I would assume they made a few $1,000s from this page.
They got millions of views. They got more than a few $1,000s, dude. I guarantee it. When you get like millions like that, I mean, because you get so much like percent or whatever from so many ads, right? And when you got millions of views, that's like hundreds of thousands of ads, dude. You're going to get a shitload of money for that.
Right?
Right.
And I think a lot of people, they probably say, well, Nick, what's the issue? What's the problem? Like, what are they really doing that's so bad? Well, besides the fact that of those 44 million people, I can tell you this for a fact.
What?
There's a good amount of people who think that that is real, that is legitimate for a fact.
And then they're going to find out that it's not. And then they're going to feel really stupid. And then also feel like Christians are willing to just make shit up and lie to them so that their beliefs seem reasonable. And then, you know, they might actually, it actually might do some good, to be honest. Like, be like, hold on a second. The people that they're all talking about lies being a sin and everything are just doing nothing but lies. What's going on?
I know people in my personal life that are unable to discern AI content versus real life content.
Well, I'm sure that you know a lot of religious people, right? And just to be honest, they're not the best at determining, truth, just in general. Don't have the best epistemological standards. So just put it that way.
I know people in my personal life, and it could be just egregiously obvious.
Speaking of egregiously obvious, Bree's here. What's going on? You're egregiously, just obviously in the chat all of a sudden. What's going on, Bree? How we doing?
That it's AI. And they're not able to discern that it's AI. And I think that's the problem is there's individuals who...
That's the way he just... The way his brain just goes and just stops. It's just a fucking loading bar circle thing. It's just like the way that they just believe AI stuff. It's like, my God, dude. Holy shit. What are you, fucking Elon Musk? Are you taking the K, man? Lay off the K.
Are being trained on the deception, and they don't even know that they're being trained on the deception.
Bree said, did the Jesus Toast people find AI? That's right. That's right. And now they're like, my whole world is shattered. I don't think, maybe nothing's real. Maybe I'm just a brain in the vat. I'm in the Matrix. That's what's happening here. I know it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Individuals that really think that this happened, that this occurred. There's individuals that really think that
an undead carpenter ghost lives inside their heart that they pretend to cannibalize. I know. And now they're seeing them in the clouds with raccoon hats on, like they're fighting at the fucking Alamo. I know. It's crazy.
This is a real thing. And that's an issue. That's a problem. Right? And now we have a very easy,
because they're believing the wrong right thing. Wait, they're believing the wrong untrue thing. That's it.
Pathway to go viral, a very easy pathway to monetize. And oh, by the way, this could be somebody who's not even a believer whatsoever. That's my thought process.
Oh,
the individual who made this page in under an hour, my thought process is they're not even a believer.
They're just doing, it's an atheist. That's what it is. It's an atheist doing AI. How much should I fuck with these stupid people? I bet this is going to go viral. And then it did. And they're like, I win the internet. My videos trick the stupid people. Perfect. This is awesome. I'm making money off it too.
My thought process is they just thought of something that would get the most amount of attention, the most amount of shock, and they just created the page and just put I am.
That was good. Sue Kettles. That doesn't look like Simba's dad at all. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, Simba's dad wasn't wearing a Davy Crockett hat, first of all. Second of all, he didn't have Nickelback hair, right? Again, old Nickelback before he started cutting his hair like a youth pastor or so. You seen him lately? What the fuck? Looks like a band of youth pastors.
The way, the truth of life in the bio. And then Christians, for whatever reason, started following the page and liking and reposting and sharing.
You don't say.
Further propelling, further feeding into the deception.
Propelling was good. I like that. That was a good word.
And now you have people that think that this is actually legitimate. Now, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably did not think that this was real, even before I told you that it was fake.
Okay, yeah, I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? You probably did.
I mean, I'm gonna be out because this is how open I am. But I also understand just like how the brain works. Like this can happen. Shit like this can happen, and then you can see something like that in the sky. But that's just because our brains are really good at this, at finding these patterns and shit. Especially with shit we see all the fucking time, like Jesus's face. You know,
not think that it was real, but that doesn't detract from the fact that I know for a fact that I could show this to a few people in my life, and they would think that it's legitimate. And that's an issue. That's a problem. That's concerning.
The atheist religion. Okay, man.
Because this is not even the good AI. This is not even the high.
That's why bald is the best hair color, you know, and off on the television is the best channel. That's kind of an old reference. I feel like a lot of people aren't even going to get that because we don't even really do TV channels anymore. You know, we could say like off is the best streaming service, I guess. I don't know, but yeah.
High quality stuff. And as I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, this is 2026. Imagine what it's going to look like in 2036 if we're all still here in 2046.
We won't. We're going to get the billionaires will have had destroyed the planet by then.
In 2050, imagine the level of realism that's going to be achieved. And these are all fake people. All these individuals are fake people. These are not real people. She ain't even looking at the sky.
I like how I know. And you can see too, because they all just don't look, they just look very, first of all, they look very unimpressed. They're all just kind of just sort of looking up. And then yeah, that lady looking the wrong direction. It's so funny the things that AI gets wrong. It's like, what? Wait, you needed her to be looking at the thing and reacting to it? Well, you should have specified that in the fucking prompt, did he? Like, I'm supposed to know that people are supposed to be looking at the thing in the sky in the direction where the thing is in the sky. I'm a robot. I don't know things, okay? Just leave me alone, all right? She ain't get super grok. Pay the money, get super grok, and then
even looking. She pointing at, what is she pointing at? She's not even looking at the sky. She's facing in the opposite direction.
Yeah, she's pointing. That is pretty funny. And her face looks so bad. That is funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive problem.
It looks like the amen fell down, dude. Did the amen fall down? I bet that scared the shit out of him when that fell. It's like, oh my God, was that the devil? It had to be the devil knocking down the amen picture. It's framed. It says amen and he framed it. Like, oh, look at that red letter Amen. We need to get that framed. I think that could be something special for our living room.
You might not think you might not think it's a big deal. You might not think it's a big deal. But this is a big deal. This is a massive problem. And it's only the beginning. And it's scary because the beginning is already so deceptive. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think.
Okay. Yeah. That was fun. Hold on. Is there let me see what else I got under here. Sometimes I love these kind of videos where they just see stuff and stuff. I guess not. I guess it's just the rest of my home feed. Interesting. All right, let's back out of this. Let's see. You know what I haven't seen in a while? And I'm like, is he? Oh, if you see it. Evil spirits are running rampant. Oh God, this guy is so funny. All right, awesome. I haven't seen him in forever.
What's up, Alan? Peace and blessings, man. I know I'm not the only one who could feel this and sense this, and who could see this, who has the discernment to see this, because not many people could see this, but there's an increased sense of, thing taking place in the spiritual realm where spirits are discernment to see this, because not many people could see this, but there's an increased sense of thing taking place in the spiritual realm where spirits are jumping.
Think tanking? Is he saying like a think tank? There's a think tank. There's a spiritual realm think tank. Is that what he said? Think tanking.
To see this, because not many people could see this, but there's an increased sense of thing taking place in the spiritual realm where spirits are jumping in and out of people at a rapid rate. And the sad thing about
the spirits are jumping in and out of people at an alarming rate
is that many people are unaware of this, right? And there's a Bible verse which hits me deep.
Yeah, a lot of people are unaware of things that aren't fucking happening, man.
It talks about that the wrath of God abides behind the children of disobedience. Okay, so the Antichrist spirit and that, that demonic spirit, unclean spirits, they work through vessels who are, people who are living in willful sin, right? People who are rebellion to God and his commandments, and, things of that sort, people who are choosing to stay in darkness. And, one day you could be cool with someone, right? Y'all could be chilling, laughing, smiling, whatever the case may be, right? And then the next day or the next couple hours, it's a whole different person. Now you see, spiritually with discernment that person now at a war against you, a spiritual war against you. That's not a coincidence, guys. And we know who that person is. It's Satan himself, guys.
Satan himself just took over one of your friends? Is that what? Did you say something that pissed off your friend? And then when they reacted to the thing that pissed them off that you said, you're like, gotta be the devil. It's the devil is the reason that you're acting this way. You must be living in sin. Yes, you are. Probably told somebody to repent or something. You need to repent. And they got mad and indignant. He's like, see, devil. Just like, see, I was trying to say you needed to repent. Now look, the devil's showing up. My God.
The unclean spirits, the demons. One thing as you being a chosen one, your purpose in life is so you may not have anything. You may think like you're rock bottom, but when you're chosen by God, you have one of the greatest purpose in life. And the devil hates that. Okay, the devil sometimes tries to trick people off of their position that God placed them in, the blessings that God gave them. He tries to trick people off that, and he uses people. He uses weak vessels. He uses people who are of this world, right? He even uses religious people who are full of pride and self-righteousness. Okay,
but that's not you. You're not full of pride, self-righteousness.
And I'm telling you guys, I mean, you see, I can't be the only one who sees this, guys. I can't. When you go outside and
where, what, like when, what, how, where are you seeing this, man? Because no, I'm definitely not seeing it. Like what? Like what are we seeing? Like demons jumping in and out of fucking people? No, I'm not seeing that.
You in this world, right? At your job, when you're going out to eat, you're going to the grocery store, you could see spirits jumping in and out of people, guys.
You need to go to the fucking psychiatrist now. Like right now, dude. If you're seeing spiritual creatures jumping in and out of human beings at the grocery store, go get help right now, dude.
It's like never before. And even the Bible even says that in the last days that a man's enemies will be in his own household. So you'll see these spirits jump in and out of people in your own house.
Oh my God, he's going to be one of those family annihilators, isn't he? They were full of demons. I didn't, hey, not my fault. All right, look, why should I have to go to jail, man? I just killing demons over here. Okay, the demons got in the people in my own household. I had to do what I had to do. Okay, that's
okay. With your own family, you'll see it, and it's like, well, dang. But like I say all the time in my videos, if the devil's not attacking you, you should be worried about that. I
said Jesus uses people. That's rude. Okay, come on, man. Don't do that. Reminds me of that. There's a shirt that I'm looking at getting, and it says, "Never trust an atom. They make up everything." It's a science shirt. It's just funny, right? It's cute. It's a dad joke, really. But it's funny.
Real. You should be like looking at, analyzing your spirit, analyzing your walk with Christ. Am I really about that life? Right? But when you're constantly getting attacked, in my experience, that means a level up is coming. Okay, you're about to level up in a certain field, and you may not even see it yet, even though sometimes God may show you it in a dream.
He might be showing you it. You are not well, man. This dude is not well. Majestic said, "I consume spirits. They don't jump out of me unless it's tequila. That one jumps out of me sometimes. Doesn't jump into somebody else, though. That would be gross. That'd be a very messy situation that I don't even want to really think about." Shit, I'm thinking about it. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm thinking of people throwing up in other people's mouths, and it's just ruining my vibe here. Shit, I'm sorry. I gotta stop. Look what you did, Majestic. Now we're all thinking about people throwing up in other people's face.
Dream and a vision. He will speak to your.
I blame you. This is on you.
Spirit. You may not see it manifest physically, but as long as you stay the course, guys, as long as you stay obedient, you're not opening up any doors for this to happen, for these spirits to jump in and out of people close to you to attack you. You're staying in your lane. You're staying on a straight and narrow path. You're not bothering nobody. You're doing the best you can. Your God-given ability to stay afloat. Okay. And if you do fall short, you rise up again. But the point is, these spirits are jumping out of people to go against you guys, all to trick you off what God has placed you on, man. Don't fall victim to it, guys. The best thing you could do in life, guys, when a spirit is using somebody is to walk away. Okay, don't cast your pearls on the swamp.
Just walk away from the family in your household because of the demons, man. The spirits jumped into them. So now you got all the reasoning to be able to just head out of there. You don't need a family anyway. They're all full of demons.
Fine. Sometimes, guys, some people just ain't trying to live right. You got to be okay with that. You can't change people. We can't change people, even though we love them. We can't change them. Sometimes, guys, some people have.
It's funny too because he's doing this video, like he's talking about demons jumping in and out of people, and then he keeps like referring to like people in his own household and people that he's like close with, quote unquote. And look where he's making the video. Out at some field outside. That's weird. Did you get kicked out, man? Did your wife kick you out of the house? What's good on you? Like, I got sick of him. I got sick of him saying that I'm full of demons. And I was like, no, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to call me a demon in front of the kids anymore. Okay. You got to, no. You don't get to be in your studio. No, you're going to make your video out in some place outside. I don't care. Just, you're not being here anymore. We're getting a divorce.
Willingly choose. It's the same thing when it reminds me of hell. Nobody should be worried about going to hell because if you really understand, you'll know that hell was created for the devil and the fallen angels. It wasn't created for mankind. But people.
Yeah, but God fucked up or something. Because for some reason, the being that he made the place for is here on earth. But the people that are here on earth are dying and going to the place that God did not make the place for. It's very backwards. It's almost as if God's just not paying attention to anything he's doing. I mean, first he accidentally puts the demon in the garden, right? Where he puts the first people that are, he asked them not to eat the one apple in the garden. Of course, the demon that he forgot, he made the special torture dimension for, didn't put him in the torture dimension. He ended up in the fucking garden. And then he gets the rib lady to eat the apple that she wasn't supposed to eat and everything. It's like, God sucks, man. He is bad at this.
Are choosing to follow Satan. People are they're in love with him, right? They're in love with the darkness. So they're choosing to go to hell. But us chosen ones, we're choosing to love God with our mind, body, heart.
They're choosing to go to hell because of how much they love Satan by just not being my specific religion.
Heart and soul, and with our might. So we don't have to worry about hell. But these people, misery loves company. They want you to go to hell with them. And I'm telling you guys, it's sad once your discernment gets a little bit more sharper, because on this walk it's gonna increase a lot more. And
God, this guy's got to be so obnoxious. Hey, you're gonna have to sharpen up your discernment there, because turns out my discernment is about as sharp as a tack. All right, you don't even know. All right, people call me Schick. My my discernment is so sharp. Okay, that's a razor. That's a razor brand. For those of you out there that don't use that brand, I don't know.
You'll start to see, dang, a lot of people, man. You know a tree by its fruits. A bad tree can't bear good fruit. Simple as that, plain as day. And some people just keep on falling victim to Satan's tricks, and you got to really question, if you claim to be a chosen one, right, or if you claim to be of God, shouldn't you know that the spirit's jumping out of people, and if you feel like they're messing with you,
shouldn't you know that the demons are jumping in and out of people right in front of you? Wake up! What are you even doing?
Your mind, you should get into some heavy prayers, some heavy fasting. People ain't trying to do that, man. People ain't trying to do that. They're not trying to fight this spiritual war. Some people have just given up. But a lot of us, people who are chosen ones, we are warriors for Christ. So giving up ain't an option. It's not an option in our. That's not in our vocabulary. We're like fear too, living in fear, to what's to come. Because we know that. Yeah, Bible
kind of sounds like you're living in fear, man. I don't know. You sound like you're worried about demons jumping in and out of your family members at your household. You sound full of fear. So it almost sounds like kind of like rationalization. I'm not full of fear because I have Jesus. The demons are everywhere, but it's cool because I have Jesus. If you didn't believe in that, you wouldn't have to worry about the undetectable monsters that don't exist.
Prophecy, there's going to be chaos. There's going to be rumors of wars and wars.
When has there not been wars? I just think it's so funny. And I used to mention this a lot, but I always think it's so funny that in Revelation, they're like, in the future, there will be wars. And you're like, but what if there's not wars for a little bit? What if there's some time? Well, and rumors of wars, there'll be those. People will be like, maybe there will be a war. That counts. That counts. Okay, end times. Boom. Gotta be.
The mark of the beast and stuff like that. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of chaos, but us chosen ones, we're not living through fear. We know we can't control
the chosen. Us chosen ones, us awesome, better than everybody else chosen ones. We're better. Really. Okay. We gotta, take it up a notch with the
devil and the Antichrist is doing. We can't control that. All we could do is control what God has given us, and control us following the word of God to the best of our abilities. Okay, and
control us following the word of God. Okay.
I'm telling you guys, in these trying times, man, spirits are jumping in and out of people, and once you see that spirit jumping out,
you just keep saying it like it's not fucking batshit. You need to leave. Go out somewhere and talk to a camera about your insanity, because the humans in your vicinity aren't having it. Is there a factory or something you could go out to stand in the yard of it or something?
It's like once you
maybe a retention pond. Oh, you do have a retention pond? Yeah, go there. Okay, talk to the weirdos about this.
You start to sense it, right? It's like, this is how you know it's very spiritual, because now that spirit is now going to go. It's going to go even harder against you. I'm telling you, once you get
going so hard. Oh yeah. That's right. Going the hardest you could possibly go. Wonder if I ended up. Nah, shit. Yeah, what was I gonna? Oh, and if you want to go hard with with some flags, then just go to...
In 2024, NASA researcher Rachel Lenz gave the world a flag made from NASA images for Pride Month. On January 20th, 2025, the incoming U.S. administration ordered that Artistic Union of Science and Civil Rights deleted. So I tracked down the original images it was made from, recreated it, and then added even more wonders of the cosmos to update the flag to the current, more inclusive form. On the anniversary of the inauguration, I released it. And it went viral several times. Now you can get a physical copy of that artwork as a full-sized flag or a large sticker, as well as space artworks of the other Pride flags: lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersex, ace, and new flags being added all the time. Get one for yourself or give them as gifts and celebrate Pride, celebrate science, celebrate resistance, and help support a creator fighting for human rights for all humans. Head to astralpride.com. and use code PUNK at checkout for an exclusive offer.
That's right. You get an exclusive offer with code PUNK, and you absolutely should do that. All right, let's take another quick look at our bingo card. He has got to have, he had to have at least said one of our bingo cards, right? Has to. There's no way that much crazy can come out of somebody's face without them saying one of these. Did he say the angel of light thing? I don't think he did, though. God damn it. Atheism is known. No, we didn't watch the Frank Turek. That's why. That's why that one hasn't been. Pretty soon we'll watch a Frank Turek, and that one will just almost be an automatic. Destroying the family. Oh, I think we can do that one. That's right, because his family is being destroyed by the spirits that are jumping in and out of his family's face there. So, yep, that one's done. Got that one. Any other one? U.S. is a Christian nation. The weapon guy might have said that one. He tends to say that one a lot. Did anybody say that we deserve to burn? That everybody deserves to burn in hell? No? I don't know. It's a relationship, not a religion. That one's pretty common. Nobody brought that one up either, which is kind of interesting. And science proves the Bible. That's an AIG one, I think, would be there. But so far, we got one, okay, for this stream. Which is kind of crazy. I guess I need to like go check stuff out first instead of doing this random thing. maybe that's what we need to do the next time. A little bit of prep work I probably should do. But hey, that's pretty good though for a start, right? We at least got one. This is why I need y'all's suggestions for what the bingo cards need to be. So again, super chats for suggestions if you feel like it. And you get a special hat nod for any...
Are you about to engage in blasphemy?
Any engagement in blasphemy, you get a special right there, like that. You get one of those. Also, if you want to hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. I don't know why I keep using this one. That guy's face freaks me out. That does not look like... Does that look like me? That doesn't look like me. No, stop. Kevin, stop nodding. No, it does not. No, it doesn't. Yeah, but you know what you look like? You look like Kermit the Frog. I'm kidding. Okay, he hates that. He hates the whole Kermit the Frog thing. He does look like him. But see, look at, you want to see what he looks like? Look. Tell me that's not Kermit the Frog with the spike hair. Okay, yeah. We're all kidding, Kevin. We know you're not a frog. Okay. We didn't call you that, even though we know it's not easy being green. He does like that song though. That is the punk cover of it, which it's a kind of a deep cut. You kind of got to go find it. I think it was Belvedere did that one. You ever heard Belvedere? Wow, they're good. Holy shit. The Elephant March song is just phenomenal. Anyway, where are we at here? Okay. Yeah, I think we're about to wrap her up. But yeah, if you want to hit that like button, all that good stuff. There's also these wonderful ways that you could support the channel. Also, I do want to give a shout out, and I want to start including that. I got them in my preview, my pre-recorded stuff. Oh, I have a video coming out tomorrow. Definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun. I think it was like possibly the best video I've made so far. So check it out. It's another one where I'm reacting to Sanctus, which is this apologetics video where he takes kind of like philosophical arguments and stuff like that for the existence of God. And I got one that came out already, but this one I think was a lot better. But anyway, yeah, check it out. It comes out tomorrow, 7 a.m. Watch it, like it, share it. Let me know what you think. All that good stuff. And let me know if I missed anything or anything like that, because I really do want to hear what y'all think about that. All right, y'all. Thanks again for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And we will see you next time. I'm Brentley. This is the Punk Apostate. Thanks for watching. And I'm Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. All right, love y'all. Take it easy.